Hi everyone, so today I'm going to review the Almanack of Naval Ravikant. Sorry if I mispronounced his name, but this was made as a foreword by Tim Ferriss. So essentially they just came up with all of the podcasts, all of his tweets, all of his thoughts, and they put it into a book. You guys can get this for free if you want. You can just go to Naval's website and you can get it for free. You don't have to pay for it. And I recently read this and I keep going back to it because there is so much wisdom in here, and the way they wrote it was simplified and it's super easy to digest. So I'll be talking about some of my favorite ones. Happiness is a choice. Happiness, love, and passion aren't things you find. There are choices you make. Snap, snap, snap. That is very well said. And I like how he goes into this saying, I have lowered my identity. And I think identity could put you in a place where you think you're better than other people, or sometimes you feel like you don't have enough. And so I think it's important to try not identifying yourself with certain job roles or certain things. Of course, you want to be really good at what you do and you want to have specific knowledge, but you also don't want something to be your whole identity and tie yourself into that. And I love how he goes into it, like, I don't hang around unhappy people. That was hard though. I think it's really hard because a lot of people sometimes are going through difficult times in their lives, or some people are just, especially like if you're close to your family, you're naturally gonna have some people who you have to be around, but you also could limit your time around them. That's something that I'm still learning with my family, how to say things without causing an argument or something like that. And yeah, this is happiness is a choice. It really is. You just have to actively be working on it to make it into a habit where it just comes natural. Okay, this one's gonna hit home for you if you really want to do something but you're just not doing it because you're afraid. And for me, this was relatable because I've been wanting to start a podcast for a long time, and I finally made it happen, but it was a lot of fear that I was going through, and I finally made it happen. But this specific page really resonates with me, and for anyone who wants to do anything, just go out there and do it. But here goes, I'm gonna start reading it. When you really want to change, you just change. But most of us don't really want to change. We don't want to go through the pages yet. At least recognize it, be aware of it, and give yourself a smaller change you can actually carry out. Impatience with actions, patience with results. Anything you have to do, just get it done. Why wait? You're not getting any younger. Your life is slipping away. You don't want to spend it waiting in line. You don't want to spend it traveling back and forth. You don't want to spend it doing things you know ultimately aren't part of your mission. When you do them, you want to do them as quickly as you can while doing them well with your full attention. But then you just have to be patient with the results because you're dealing with complex systems and many people. It takes a long time for markets to adopt products. It takes time for people to get comfortable working with each other. It takes time for great products to emerge as you polish away, polish away, polish away. Impatience with actions, patience with results. As Navy said, inspiration is perishable. When you have inspiration, act on it right then and there. Oof, that one is so good. That one just made me really reflect on the way I'm using my time and to prioritize the things that I want to make happen in my life. And for me, talking about books is something that has really inspired me, and I wanted to share it with the world. And it made me feel like, hey, you need to be fast with what you want to do. Of course, do it with your best of your ability, but it just it makes you think like, hey, you're not getting any younger. If you want to do something, go for it. If you fail, that's fine, as long as you try it. And so this is great. And once again, impatience with actions, patience with results. Page 128. Maybe happiness is not something you inherit or even choose, but a highly personal skill that can be learned, like fitness or nutrition. Oof. And then on the next page, he says, happiness is a state when nothing is missing. When nothing is missing, your mind shuts down and stops running to the past or future to regret something or to plan something. In that absence for a moment, you have eternal silence. When you have eternal silence, then you're content and you're happy. Feel free to disagree again, it's different for everybody. People mistakenly believe happiness is just about positive thoughts and positive actions. The more I've read, the more I've learned, and the more I've experienced because I verify this for myself. Every positive thought essentially holds within it a negative thought. It is a contrast to something negative. It is all duality and polarity. If I say I'm happy, that means I was sad at some point. If I say he is attractive, then somebody else is unattractive. Every positive thought even has a seed of a negative thought within it, and vice versa, which is why a lot of greatness in life comes out of suffering. You have to view the negative before you can aspire to and appreciate the positive. To me, happiness is not about positive thoughts, it's about negative thoughts. It's about the absence of desire, especially the absence of desire for external things. Great. I love this one because I don't think I've ever heard people talk about how happiness is a skill that you can learn. It's just like if you want to lose weight, there's a protocol that you follow, or there's a certain routine that you follow that eventually leads you to losing weight. And the way he describes happiness as a skill set that you have to learn, and it's all based on habits and things that you do for yourself every day that could eventually lead you to a happy life, which in result comes from not desiring things or material things. It has to come from a peace of mind. The way he talks about happiness is peace of mind. Peace of mind comes out of not desiring things or people or jobs or status or power. Of course, there's other things that could definitely help you out to become happy, but the way he defines happiness is essentially peace of mind. It's a calm mind. It's a mind that is not desiring many things. Into perspective, how if you change your habits and you start living a life based on habits and systems to live a happy life, it can actually happen. You just have to believe that happiness is a skill set, just like fitness, just like eating healthy, just like anything in the world. Happiness is a skill that people need to put time to learn. I absolutely love that. This one goes hand in hand with the one I just previously read. Saving yourself. Doctors will make you healthy, nutritionists will make you slim, teachers won't make you smart, gurus will make you calm, mentors will make you rich, trainers will make you fit. Ultimately, you have to take responsibility. Save yourself. And that one's just straight to the point, and he's not trying to diss anyone from the health community or anyone from the education system. It's just him saying, hey, ultimately, you're gonna have to take responsibility over your life. No one's gonna save you. And if you don't do it yourself, you're just gonna be constantly going in this loop of trying to find other kind of sources to help you out, when in reality, all of that is up to you. If you want to make a change, it's gonna be up to you. He also mentions how life is a single player game, and so you're the main character of your life, so you have to make sure that you're holding yourself accountable and you're doing things that are going to benefit you in your future. A calm mind, a fit body, and a house full of love. These things cannot be bought, they must be earned. Oof. This one is one of my favorites because it's true and it's one of the hardest things to ever do. For example, a calm mind, that is a mission itself sometimes with the kind of life that we have adapted to, where we're constantly distracted by social media, by the news, by bad things happening around the world. And so finding the time to actually prioritize your mental being and slow down your mind, either meditate, pray, is something that I actually have to make time for. And it's something that I'm actively working on to make sure that I'm able to have a clear, calm mind to make decisions well and to be a clear thinker. The next one, a fit body, that's something that you consistently have to work day in and day out. If you're not consistent and you eat shitty food, you're eventually going to gain weight. And then if you don't have a fit body, it means that you're not taking care of yourself, and that can lead to other bad things in your life as well. And so those two right there, they go hand in hand. If you're able to have a calm mind, you're able to think clearer. You're able to think more clear about the future you and how you want to be healthy because you have a long life to live. And then the last one, a house full of love. That one is a mission itself. You have to find the right people or the right partner. If you don't find the right partner, you're gonna live a miserable life. So you gotta be super mindful with the people that you surround with yourself with. Something he goes into detail about in the book is he basically decided to stay away from anyone who was angry and anyone who was very negative in his life. If you hang out with people who are extremely negative or people who like to argue, eventually that will rub off on you and you will carry this different dark energy. And it kind of goes back to this, how you gotta be able to surround yourself with love, with people who are optimistic, because being pessimistic is easier than being optimistic. He also mentions how anger essentially is a waste of energy, and if he had known the precautions of being angry, he would have like mellowed down. I think I'm speaking more of myself too, actually. I've seen a lot of people get angry, including myself, and now that I'm older, I'm able to reflect, and I honestly think that arguing and getting angry is one of the emotions that I least want to lean into, because it takes so much energy out of you. Now, of course, there is a healthy way to express anger, but you don't want to be around angry people all the time. You don't want to be around negative people. And so I really like this passage because it's something that you definitely have to work at, and if not, then eventually you'll go back into the loop of negative habits. So for me, this book was amazing. I absolutely loved it. One of my favorites. It's definitely a book that even till this day, after reading it for, I think I read it a week ago or two, I'm still searching up quotes to reflect on for my daily life. If you haven't read it, definitely go read it. You don't have to buy it, you can get it for free, and I hope it helps you guys out. It's definitely a great book. But yes, be careful who you surround yourself with. Value your time, because you're never gonna get that back, and you're not getting any younger. If you want to go do something, make it happen, and be patient with the results and be impatient with action. Thank you, Naval, for your wisdom. I will definitely be reading this again. Thank you guys for watching this video, and if you haven't read this book, please go read it. It'll change your life. I only covered a couple of pages, but there's absolutely more things that you can learn, and add to your life, and it will make your life so much better. Peace out.